Hey Tom, welcome back. Let's not dance around it. Here you are entering fight number 12 of your pro career, and you're fighting a legend of the sport in Andrei Arlovski. What's that feeling like?
It's exciting. I've been watching Arlovski for a long time, so yeah, it's pretty much a dream fight for me. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
I was going to ask you about that. You mentioned watching him for a long time. I was going to ask if you watch him growing up because he would have been champion when you were in your teens, I believe.
Yeah, something like that. I think maybe even before then, to be honest. I don't know exactly, but yeah, when I was really young, he was the champion.
Is there an Arlovski moment that stands out for you?
I remember when he knocked out Paul Buenatello or however you say his name, and he knocked him out with like a short right hand, and then they didn't realise that he was unconscious, and he was just like leaning over the top of him. I remember that one pretty well. But yeah, and I like the Travis Brown fight as well. I really enjoyed that fight too.
Absolutely. And, obviously we need to talk about your own accomplishments because you've been on a great streak of your own. First of all, were you kind of expecting at this point a bigger name to come your way?
Not really. I wasn't really expecting anything. To be honest, I was planning on taking it quite slow, but when you get offered someone like Arlovski, who I've been watching for so long and stuff like that, I just can't really say no to stuff like that. So I wasn't really expecting, I wasn't really thinking about it too much. But when I got offered it, I said yes straight away.
And, now that you have the fight, I guess you kind of got to put his legacy and any respect that you have for him to the side, at least temporarily, and treat him like any other opponent.
Exactly. I mean, I respect what he's done and who he is and everything, but when the bell rings and we start, he's just going to get treated like anybody else. The respect goes out the window, and he's going to be treated like another opponent.
Have you thought about what a win over Andrei Arlovski does for your career? Is that something where you thought, hey, this is going to land me in the rankings and be looking at bigger names, or did you try to worry about that at a later date?
I'll just worry about that later on. Rankings aren't something that bothers me too much. And a number next to someone's name is not really important to me, to be honest. I'm just pretty concerned on Saturday night fighting Arlovski, and I'll think about what happens after when it comes. Really,
Fair enough. And last one for me, it's a big time right now for the heavyweights. You've got three cards this month that are topped by heavyweights, and then you've got the big title fight in March. Who's your pick in that? And just give me an overall feeling of what it's like to be in the heavyweight division with all this activity going on.
yeah, I think it's a great time for the heavyweights. Like you say, a lot of heavyweights aren't as active as the other divisions, so for everyone to be active around the same time, it's good. And to answer your question about the title fight, I think I wouldn't be surprised either way. Obviously Ngannou's got that crazy power that he's got. So if he won in 30 seconds, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think uh, I think Stipe is going to win just for the simple fact that he won every minute of the last fight. I think so. Yeah, I think Stipe takes it, but I wouldn't be surprised either way.
Neither would I, man. And best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
We'll go next to Augusto Niez-Gay with Somos MMA. Your line is open.
Hey Tom, how are you doing?
I'm doing excellent, thanks. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. Tom, obviously this is a special fight for you, so how do you prepare yourself for this fight? Do you make anything different from another one, or is just everything the same?
I just run, spar, hit the pads, wrestle, do jiu-jitsu, all that good stuff that I do every other time. There's nothing. I've not been doing any weird stuff, if that's what you mean. I've not been doing nothing out of the ordinary. Just preparing for a fight like I would anybody else.
Okay, and a month ago you have made a post on your Instagram with the confirmation of the fight and the quote, work so hard your idols become your rivals. So how was the moment when you found out you would be facing Arlovski? And I want to ask you, what were you doing?
I was in bed. I was actually in bed. I just checked the phone, and my coach had texted me and said, "What do you think about Arlovski?" And I just said, I didn't even hesitate, to be honest. I was just like, "Yeah," and that's it. So yeah, the moment was pretty good, and it stopped me sleeping for about 15 minutes. I went to sleep about 15 minutes later than normal because I was pretty excited, and then yeah, business as usual after that. Just carried on with the training.
And Tom, also in that post, you have said that you have to do it for the family, and Frank Mir commented, avenge me. So did he tell you anything else besides that comment?
No, that's all he said. That was his wise words of wisdom to me. Just avenge me, and that was it. So we'll just that's all I need. That's fine. I'm good with avenge me, and I'll try my best.
Sounds good. And Arlovski has said today that his advantages for this fight will be experience and gray hairs. So which will be yours?
Well, I've not got any of them. He's beaten me on both experience and grey hairs. So maybe I might have a few coming through, but I'm all right for now. But the speed is definitely my advantage against any heavyweight. I'm just in a different. I move at a different speed to anyone else of my weight, so that's always going to be an advantage for me. Is going to be my speed.
Which type of fight do you imagine on Saturday night?
Hopefully, me dominating, and I don't see why not. I think I can go in there and show my skills and just do what I do and finish him.
Awesome. And my last one, Tom. Chris Daukas and you are part of the new blood in the heavyweights. I have asked this same thing to Chris. What's your analysis about the future of the division, taking into consideration the fight between Miocic and Ngannou and the fact that John Jones will be the next title challenger?
Like I say, Chris is a new guy coming up, same as me, so I'm sure we'll meet down the line at some point. But yeah, I mean, the division's getting a lot more exciting now with, like I say, people like John Jones coming in and stuff like that. So very exciting times for the heavyweight division. Good time to be a heavyweight, I think.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Tom, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
We'll go next to Martina with In the Cage. Your line is open.
Oh, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
Thanks, fine. Tom, I have some questions regarding to UFC, but also some other organizations, maybe from Europe also. First of all, I would like to know in which part of octagon game is Arlovski the most dangerous, in your opinion?
He's dangerous everywhere, and he's had 50 pro fights, so he knows exactly what he's doing in every aspect of MMA. So, yeah, he's dangerous everywhere.
Okay. Who would you consider as an MMA prospect in heavyweight outside of UFC?
Outside of the UFC, to be honest, MMA outside of the UFC, I don't really watch it too much. So, I couldn't really tell you, to be honest. I don't really know.
Okay, I understand that MMA is your work, but do you also watch MMA fights when you are not fighting or training?
Yeah, I do. But if I'm not training or fighting, I try and like give my mind a rest from it a little bit. So I used to watch it a lot more than I do it right now. So because I get a little bit sick of it if I'm in the gym all day and then when I come back and then watch it and then go back to the gym and then go back and think about it, it's just too much. So I try and just watch the people who I like watching, really.
Okay, last one from me. In the past, you had some opportunity to fight with Polish fighters like Łukasz Parowicz, Kamil Bazalak. What do you think about Polish MMA level?
I think the Polish MMA level is very good. I've trained a couple of times in Poland, and you know it reminds me a lot of what England was like 5 years ago. It seems to be really big over there at the moment, or maybe 10 years ago in the UK, and everyone's interested, and you see a lot of Polish MMA fighters doing a lot better in the UFC and stuff. So yeah, I think they got a big future, especially with they got big shows over there like KSW and stuff. So I think yeah, it's definitely on the rise, Polish MMA.
Great, thank you very much. Good luck on Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. You're all set.
Oh, that's it. Thank you. Thank you.